Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another edition of Lisa Renee TV. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. And if you like the video, of course, hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and please share this video on all your social media platforms. Okay, so welcome back, you guys. Welcome back. I miss you guys since last week when I last recorded. So I'm back. Okay, so let's get right into it. Okay, so this video is about this dream I had. Actually, a dream I had like not last night, but the night before last. Okay, so it was a very interesting, vivid dream. It was very realistic. So, okay, so as you know, as you all probably know if you've been following me and looking at my past few videos I've recorded over the past few weeks, I've talked, extensively about my journey to finding a husband, have my husband find me and having children and things like that. Okay, so we already know like that's probably one of my biggest goals outside of my career goals and things of that nature. Okay, so I had this dream and it kind of started off weird. Like I warn you, like my dreams they don't make sense. They always start off kind of goofy, and then they kind of lead off into certain parts of it make sense, and the other part you're like, okay, what was that about? Yeah, so it's one of those dreams. Okay, so the dream started off. I'm a call center rep, right, in real life. Okay, so I work for two different call centers. So it started off like, okay, I'm at my mom's house. That's where I live currently, and so I'm at my mom's house, and it's like I'm in my room upstairs and I get this phone call on my cell phone from some lady, and like she's offering me a service. I don't know what she's selling. Like I still don't remember like what she was selling something. I don't know if it was like a vacation package or whatever she was offering, maybe a timeshare. It was something that I didn't want, and I was like, no man, I'm not really interested. I'm sorry, I'm not interested. And she's like still trying to rebuttal me and everything. And I'm like, no, I'm not really interested. I was like, well, if I am interested, I'll just call you back in the future, and I'll try to look at my phone to see if I can see her number. But she had called from a blocked number, and like at first when I answered the phone, the number wasn't blocked, but now her number was blocked somehow. And then she was like, no. And I was like, okay. I was like, so just take me off the list, okay? And she's like still talking instead of just like taking me off the list. So she's still talking. I'm trying to like hang up on her ass because like she's still talking. And I'm like, why is she still talking? I said no, I wasn't interested. So I couldn't seem to like hang up on my phone. My phone was stuck. It was just really weird. Anyway, so then it's like I had worked my shift downstairs and I decided I'd take a nap. So I laid in my bed and it's like I wake up and it's like kind of maybe probably 5-ish in the evening, 6, and I'm like in my t-shirt and my panties. And so I guess it's summertime. That's the only time that you catch me sleeping in like a t-shirt and panties. It's probably summertime, so it's kind of warm. That's the only reason. That's the only way. Because in the wintertime, you gotta have more clothes on, right? Okay, so I'm laying there and like I guess it's like this guy. He comes out of nowhere and he's like dark skinned, kind of tall, and he's already in my room. And it doesn't startle me too much, maybe a little bit, but it's like he just comes out of nowhere and like he tries to, he starts kind of messing with me. And apparently he's my boyfriend at the time. And he's trying to, he's trying to have a little romp in the hay, and I'm like, no, 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 I'm not really ready. And then he's like, well, what's wrong? What's up? What's wrong with you? And I was like, I'm on period, a classic excuse, right? Like, oh, Aunt Flo's in town, I'm on period. And he's like, period. I was like, yeah, yeah. I'm like, not today. I was like, well, maybe we'll go shopping or something or go out to dinner next week. And he was like, he was like, you so crazy, you crazy. And I'm like, what? No, I'm serious. And so we're just having our little couple banter and it's really, cute or whatever. And so then it flashes like to this next scene where I'm kind of from somewhere else. I'm in another place now. I don't know how I got there. I'm fully dressed. I have on like jeans, cute boots. My hair is done. I think it's a wig or something or a sew-in, and my hair is hanging on my shoulders. And I'm looking all cute, makeup done up. I'm looking, just You know, yes, honey, giving them life, you know. And I'm looking real cute, and it's like I'm kind of in this like convention type place. It looks like there's like a bunch of cheers around. So and I'm talking to a group of young women, and it's like I'm talking. I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know who it is. They look maybe they're young women. They may probably 18 and up, maybe 18 to 25, maybe. And I'm kind of telling them the story of like how me and my husband met because at the time I'm married. Yay, yay, I'm married. Finally, right? Finally. And I'm telling them like it's so funny the way I'm talking because I don't even think I say this in real life, but I was like, yes, honey. I was like, so you know, when we first was dating, I didn't even let him get a whiff of this thing. I didn't even let him be near it. Like I was basically telling him that I was abstinent. I didn't let him, get it. I didn't let him get between the legs. Let him get the panties. So soon. And then like they started laughing, and I'm like, but all jokes aside, all jokes aside, I mean, I just didn't feel like I need to have sex with him. At first, I wanted him to get to know me, get him to know the real Lisa. And, yeah, I mean, we've been great ever since. And, we've grown closer, and he's just a great person. He's so wonderful. And so I look to my left, and then there he is. It's like he's coming from like, it looks like, I don't know if we're in Starbucks or something, because there's like a cashier selling like, I think I saw some scones or something, and maybe something else. I don't know, but it may have been in a coffee house because like he's buying something, and he has on like my brother's like it looks like my brother's winter coat. That Columbia, those Columbia sports coats that you see the men wear, the short coats, and yeah, he's wearing that coat, and and he's like, he doesn't look like the guy who tried to sleep with me earlier, who was my boyfriend at the time. He's actually brown skinned. He's like probably the same color as me, maybe, and he is really attractive. He has like a little afro, little kind of what's that hairstyle that men wear? It's like it's kind of like an afro, but it's like maybe twisted out, kind of yeah, that kind of little thing. And he was cute, and he's kind of skinny, and yeah, he's like maybe a little taller than me. Yeah, like maybe he was like maybe 5'10", 5'11". That's all I'm like 5'7", 5'8", something like that. Yeah. So so yeah, and he was just a wonderful guy. And I'm like, come over here, honey, come meet the girls, and I like introduce him to the group. He's like, hey ladies, how are you? And yeah, that was that. So yeah, so the dream was really vivid, and it was just like, oh my god, like it seems so real. So it kind of scared the crap out of me. And then when I wake up, I had the nerve. Like I listened to my Pandora. I listened to how many of y'all listen to Pandora? Like I listen to Pandora on my phone at night to help me go to sleep. So I listen to my music, right? Okay, so I'm listening to Pandora, and I love that song by Emily Sandier, "Next to Me." Ooh, next to me. That song. So I had the nerve like to be hearing that song when I woke up. That song woke me up. Like as soon as the dream was over with, I wake up and hear that song. Like that would be a perfect song, right? Like next to me, And so I'm like, I turned it up a little bit because I'm like, oh snap, like it just fit the mood I was in. So I immediately get out of my bed, like the dream just kind of got me up, and I got out of bed. It's morning time, and I'm like, oh my god. And that dream just did something to me, you guys. Like really, it just got me emotionally. Like it really got all in my core emotionally, and I started to cry. Like really, I did. Literally, I cried a couple of times because something came over me, and I couldn't help myself because it was so vivid and so real, and it really touched me in a place where I didn't know it was going to touch me. And I was like, I wasn't ready. Like it was so. I mean, I was just like, oh my god, like all I could do was talk to God. Like, were you trying to talk to me during my dream? Like, was that your way of showing me like what's going to happen soon or something like that? Because that was real clever, and I like that you did that. Like shout out to God. I said shout out to God. Shout out to God for giving me that dream. 'Cause that was real nice. Like I like how he did. That was real clever. Like I mean, that was a great way. Child had me crying, woke me up. Child, I just couldn't even take it. I was so overwhelmed with emotion. And I just got this, yeah, I had a little crying spell. It just was weird. I'm like, oh my God, I'm crying. And it was just overwhelming, you know. I'm like, and I'm not a person to, there's nothing wrong with crying. I want anybody to be ashamed of crying. If you need to cry, cry. There's nothing wrong with crying. But for me to cry like that, like, I don't usually typically cry like that, just boom, you know. And I'm like, oh my God, like I'm just so emotional. Like I don't know what's going on with me, but yeah. So for me, I've been trying to figure out what the dream meant. I guess maybe it means that my husband is on the way. Like maybe there was just a picture of what's, you know, on the way. And I've been watching like these inspirational channels. Like there are other couples, there are married couples on YouTube, and they have like their own little channel and everything. There's one couple I've been watching. It's a channel called I Am Because of You, and I love that channel. And the lady, her name is Nicole. I think her husband's name is Tommy, I think. And she was saying, they were talking about, I think her husband, he was saying when they were giving their testimony about how they met and everything, he was saying like if you know, all these images and things you see in your mind, you know, about your husband or your wife, whatever, it's not for nothing. The things you're seeing is for a reason. It's just God showing you like what's to come in your future. So it's not silly or senseless or like, oh, that's nothing. No, it's for a reason. So I think maybe the dream had something to do with God just trying to show me like this. You are going to get these things you've been praying about. It's going to come true. Like it really is. Like this, you are going to get that perfect guy, that wonderful guy. But he was awesome. Like the guy, my husband in the dream, he was beautiful. He was a wonderful person. You know, so I was so happy, you know. And I wonder who those girls were I was talking to, you know, because I am passionate about, you know, women and, you know, us doing well. And, you know, yeah, I probably would do some speaking engagements one day. You never know. I would love to, you know. So, yeah. I'm like, I don't know who I was talking to. I was talking to a group of young women I know, but they was feeling me, though. They was really like, yeah, you know, they was really excited. And he came over and met them and everything. So. Yeah, but and you know, now as far as like the men I encounter in my day-to-day interactions, there's this one guy, like he works in the subway tunnel. Like I get off in the loop downtown, on the red line. So I get off at like the Monroe stop, so I get off there, and like he works in that station. And so when I do get off there, I see him sometimes, like several different CTA workers that work there, but I see him sometimes. And so I look, so, you know, he speaks to me, and I just like, one time I caught him looking at me, like he was kind of looking at me, like he was thinking something. I was wondering what he was thinking. And I just smiled and kept going, you know, I was kind of my own world. And then, like, he spoke to me the other day, and he's kind of cute. I like how he looks. I just think he's cute, you know. So I don't know if he liked me or what, maybe, but I was thinking maybe I should take my headphones off. I always like locked in with the music. Let's take them off just in case he want to talk to me, because a man ain't gonna approach you if you seem occupied. He ain't gonna say nothing to you because he be like, "Shit, don't ain't bother." So I take my headphones off, and there's this guy at the bank that's up the street from my house, and yeah, he's up the street from my house, and he speaks to me like when I come in the bank, and like he had gotten into like a little conversation with me like back during the summer back last year. I was looking all cute to have my little flowery leggings on, my little pink top to match it. And instead of I was getting ready to go out the door, and he's like kind of talking to me, but he's kind of talking more like you didn't want me to go, and I don't know. So I'm like, that could be something, you know. So I don't know. It's kind of hard. It's always hard to tell when it comes to like reading the signals as far as like does a guy like you. Excuse me, it's like you never can tell. You don't even know. I mean, he be thinking one thing, and he just be being friendly, and I mean, you never really know. So these signals always kind of rough to tell. Sometimes I mean, I think a lot of times we women we get confused, and a lot of times we read the wrong signal. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not, depending on the guy. They like to send mixed signals too. Well, not regularly. Not I said not really. Excuse me, not really, you know, because I mean, usually men are pretty simple. And I think we're usually the more complex creature to figure out, but men are pretty like to the point, like either like it or they don't. But there's usually no middle ground with them. They're like, look, I like you or I don't, you know. But I don't know. Sometimes it still can be kind of rough to figure out at times because it's certain things they'll do to be like just being nice or being friendly or whatever. And you're like, oh, he likes me. And you're like, no, not really. He's just doing his job, you know. No, he's just a nice guy. He does it to everybody, you know. So you have to be really careful with him. You have to kind of watch the signs. Yeah, but I don't know. What do you guys think the dream meant? Why do you think it has so much, it has so much such an effect on me, an emotional one, and made me cry for God's sake. Like, what do you guys think? And have you ever had a dream that was so strong about love or about anything that really just kind of got you, just really ripped at you emotionally and just really poked at that little place inside of you and just made you say, "Oh my God," or just, maybe you just had or just maybe startled the crap out of you, So yeah, just leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys think. If any of you are like dream analyzers, where you actually do this for a living, or this is what you do as a hobby or whatever, and you're really good at it, then I would love for you to offer some input, of course. So if you know somebody, pass this video along, let them watch it, and let me know what's up. But anyway, share the video, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will definitely talk to you guys later. Bye.